So you pick it up in a tutorial for how to drive the thing and how far you can jump, a little bit of practice. There will be more missions, that's not the end of it, by the way, in case you were wondering. So yeah, so that's just their attempt to put a vehicle back into the game, but one that's somewhat better than...
Commander, you've received a new message at your private determined.
somewhat better than the Mako in the first game. Alright, unread messages. Prototype recovered from Project Firewalker. Good work on recovering the Hammerhead in one piece, Commander. It will prove useful. Also, the data you recovered from the MSV Rosalie's emergency beacon contains significant intel on a few planets that Dr. Casey and Dr. O'Loy investigated. ED has added the locations to your galaxy map. We hope that one of them leads you to the Prothean site. Apparently it's a Prothean site. Despite Dr. Casey's obvious instability, he's proven to be a brilliant and dedicated scientist. If you salvage more of his logs or journals, it will greatly help our efforts. We still don't know how the Geth are tracking Dr. Casey, so be careful. So there we go, they've put in more missions in the map for you, for the vehicle. You changed my life, Jared. Liara Tassoni gave me your contact information. I was one of the cleaning crew in the Dentius Towers. You helped me get out of there. According to Tassoni, you also found Thane. He took down some of the Eclipse mercs trying to gun us down, and I wondered if you could pass along my thanks. The way he moved, one was dead before they even knew he was there. He snapped another's neck, then shot a third, all in the space of a few heartbeats. It was incredible. He moved like a dancer, grace and power and constant motion. Seeing him changed my life, woke up something in me I don't fully understand yet. I don't know what I'm going to do, but Solarian lives are too short to waste as custodians, especially when there's so much out there, or so much else out there. I'm going to find something that lets me capture what I saw in him, the beauty, aesthetic perfection. I'm also going to buy some nice clothes, so if you could tell him that, or just whatever parts that you think appropriate, I appreciate it. That's weird, but okay. What are we gonna do now? I don't know. Kelly?
That Kasumi is an interesting addition to the crew.
Yes, she is.
I can see why she's good at her work. She never reveals anything meaningful about herself. It's all on the surface. It'll be a challenge getting to know who she really is. Anyway, what's up?
I just want to know how to pick up the last crew member. Do you know that, Kelly?
That'll be all.
Take care.
Do you know how to find the last crew member? I might have to do one of the squad mate missions, the so-called loyalty missions. I mean, the story is that...
Commander.
Okay,
That's
nothing.
it for now.
See you, Commander.
The story is that if you help out your squad mates, then you know, you solve their problems, and then they can focus on the collectors. Whereas, you know, if you don't solve their problems, then they're kind of distracted, and then they don't do as well in the fight against the collectors. I don't know how realistic that is, but basically you have to help them if you want a best ending. We didn't get very much money from that. Look, we got fish. Okay, maybe I'll do one of the squad mate missions. Which one should we do first? Maybe that's what unlocks the next mission. Don't know.
Commander, I think you'll want to talk to Garrus.
Okay. So now Garrus is gonna give us a side mission. I don't remember which one is. Well, we'll just. Who should we do first? This is both Grant and Morden are on Tachanka. I'll leave Tachanka for now. I just want to do a quick one to start with, because we just did a mission, even though picking up the Firewalker didn't take very long. Just want to do another short mission first.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I've got something. I may need your help.
Okay.
You remember Sidonis, the one who betrayed my team? I found a lead on him. There's a specialist on the Citadel, name's Fade. He's an expert at helping people disappear. Sidonis was seen with him.
What happened? How did Sidonis betray your team?
He tipped off the mercs, told them where our base was. He drew me out with a false job, then let the mercs hit my team. My men weren't prepared. They tried to hold them off. By the time I got back, there were only 2 survivors. And they didn't last long. All 10 of them dead. Because of him.
What are you planning to do when you find him?
You humans have a saying, An eye for an eye, a life for a life. He owes me 10 lives, and I plan to collect.
You sure that's how you want to play it?
I'm sure. I don't need you to agree with me, but I'd like your help.
Where do we find Fade?
I've arranged a meeting. We'll meet him in a warehouse near the Neon Markets down on Zakera Ward. Thanks, Shepard. I appreciate you taking the time to help me.
I don't remember how long that mission is. It might be a short one. Huh. No, that can't be right. None of them are short. I'm pretty sure most of them involves me shooting at things and killing a lot of people. Alright, who should we do first? I don't know. I'm pretty sure the DLC ones are quite long. I remember Kasumi's mission being really long. What do we... No, we need to get out of orbit. Alright, so let's go back to... no, we're not helping Zaid. That's a long mission, involving a lot of combat, as you might expect from Zaid. Let's refuel, and then go have a look. Miranda, Jacob, Project Overlord, that's a long one as well. Help Jack. Jack's a story one mostly. There's a little bit of combat, not too much. Garrus, Kasumi, Grunt, Morden. Let's help Jack first. Cause maybe I don't want the crazy woman going crazy on the ship. Maybe it'll be better off if she's happier and not as crazy. So let's go help Jack first. Pragia, there it is. Alright, let's scan these planets since we're here. Ah, these planets. Okay, there's nothing there. Alright, let's get that one.
Launching probe.
And there was something up here. Oh, that's not really anything big.
Launching probe. Launching probe.
That... I think that's something?
Probe away.
Yeah, this mechanic. Ah, the guy who made this mechanic. I mean, it is better than driving around in the Mako, but it's still not good. I mean, he probably just had instructions, right? You know, the chief designer or the design team, they're like kind of brainstorming. How can we do an interesting mission, interesting exploration mission that's not too boring, but that rewards people for flying around exploring planets? How do we do that? And then they had this idea. I wonder how many ideas they tested, and I wonder if this is really the best idea they could come up with. Because it's not good, man. It's just not very good. I mean, it's not a fun game. This is, I mean, you couldn't make a Flash game out of this, and like people wouldn't play this if it was a standalone Flash game, right?
Probe launched.
Well, maybe we should think about that. Like, how would we do it? How would we reward people for... Oh, wait a minute. Are they Never mind. How would we reward people for... Because I remember like the DLC, the Liara's DLC, the Shadow Broker. I think there was something there where you can get more resources too. Oh wait, no, you don't actually do anything. You just kind of invest some money and then they magically give you resources afterwards. So that's not really all that. It's not really all that clever neither. How would you do this? I guess it would involve like clues. Maybe you have to kind of solve clues to find it, because then, you know, that there'll be puzzles.
Launching probe.
like this, you just kind of, scrubbing your mouse around these planets. It's not intelligent gameplay. Like you don't need to think, really. Oh wait, what is this? What is this? Yeah. Like you don't really need to do anything with this. Just it's kind of stupid in a way.
Probe launched.
Just kind of scrubbing your mouse around, looking at the graph, not really thinking about anything.
Launching probe.
Like there's no challenge. There's no obvious reward. There's no skill involved.
Launching probe.
The only test really is your patience. And it's not a good game. Like the only test is how much time are you willing to spend doing it. Like there's no skill. But how would you design it so that it's better? What could you do? I mean, where there's a direction. Remember how we found the hammerhead, where when you have the radar and you scan, there's like an arrow, and then like you follow the arrow to the target. See that's a sort of a puzzle because there's clues. Like the arrow is a clue that points you towards the solution. And you might think, well, this graph thing is a clue, right? You got resources down here, and then that's the clue for picking it up. Not really, because the graph only moves when you actually find it. It's not like you're being led to the answer, or not like you're interpreting what you see to find the answer. You just, by the time you've interpreted it, you found it. And you're not. There's no thinking involved really. I'm missing. Look at this one.
Probe launched.
The mini games, like the decryption mini games. You know how? Actually, how many mini games are there? There's the match ones. The one with the circuit board, and you have to match the pairs of icons. There's that one. There's the other one where you have to match the pairs of code. Even those aren't that interesting. Like they're not very difficult.
Launching probe.
In fact, the unlocking puzzle in the first game, the circles and you have to reach the center, like that one required more skill than these things.
Probe launched.
Even though that got really repetitive, just because it's happened so much, and it's random too, and random in a way that it can be very easy and it can be very difficult. So that's a problem. It's a different problem.
Probe away.
I feel like I don't know if you guys have played the Bethesda games, Skyrim, Oblivion, Fallout 3.
Probe launched.
I feel like the lockpicking minigames in those are actually pretty good. I mean, in Oblivion they were kind of complicated, but you can actually get better. Like there's actually some skill involved. In Skyrim not so much. They're simpler, but less skill involved. Although even there, like there's some skill involved. Like if you felt like if you open a difficult lock, it actually required you to exercise skill. So I feel like those are quite good. I think Bethesda lockpicking games. I think those are pretty good. I don't remember how they were like in Fallout 3. If you haven't played those games, you won't know what I'm talking about. If you have, then maybe I don't know how you feel about those. But it feels like there's skill involved, whereas here there isn't. There's no skill required. There's something around here. I don't know. I don't know if I care or not. I don't care. I mean, like the lockpicking, even in Skyrim, like it requires finesse. You really have to kind of watch what you're doing and then get it right.
Probe launched.
In Oblivion, it's pretty much like
Launching probe.
like you get on the easy lock. There's like one pin. Like you actually have to pick each pin, On the most difficult locks, it's like 5 pins, and then if you get it wrong, the whole thing just resets. So on the difficult locks back in Oblivion, you basically have to finesse this thing 5 times in a row to open the most difficult locks. And you know, you have to kind of watch. There's a visual clue, and then there's an audio clue as well. But then it's only a split second, the timing for each pin, and so you kind of have to, you know, you have to get it right. It's actually really difficult, that lock-picking minigame. Although there are other ways to open locks in that game, so you don't have to do it if you're not good at it, right? But that thing like really required skill, and it was rewarding, you know, to open locks because it required skill. This is not rewarding, and there's apparently nothing there on that side of the planet. Okay, wait, what's going on? Okay, there's that. And then there's also that.
Launching probe.
Alright, nothing's going on here. It's still rich, but I can't find these deposits apparently. Alright, let's pick this up.
Launching probe.
Alright, now we're down to moderate.
Probe away.
Alright, now we're down to depleted. Well, that was fast. Alright, so let's replenish our probes and help Jack on Pragia. The jungle planet Pragia is overrun by choking hypergrowth caused by industrially mutated plant species. Industrially mutated plant species. Well, wasn't that a great idea? This, combined with its relative isolation and lack of population, has made Pragia an occasional base of operations for drug runners, weapons smugglers, pirates, mercenaries, terrorists, and intelligence agents seeking secrecy. Sustained habitation in Pragia is extremely difficult, where mutant and even poisonous plant life can overgrow colonies in days instead of years. Why would you want to... industrially mutated plant species. Whose good idea was that?